around in August 2018, nikakuwa diagnosed into with a condition called bipolar 1 disorder. So what bipolar 1 disorder ni ugonjwa wa akili, uko na happy moments ziitwa manic episode, na uko na low moments ziitwa depressive episodes. So nobody knew what was going on. Visions, nikaanza kuona visions, nikaanza kuambia babangu nitamnunulia gari, nitamnunulia nyumba, nikaanza kuambia marafiki wangu like to make it out of the block, tutafunga mabiashara and we'll be successful and finally we shall leave employment. So nilikuwa na rafiki wangu wa campus, alikuwa anaitwa Rachel kwa Masi, na alikuwa ananiambia babe, I've seen you drunk na huwa behave hivi. So hakuwa anajua kinaendelea. Watu wengi walikuwa nafikiria ni clout na chase, lakini kumbe nilikuwa mgonjwa. So nakumbuka around that time nilikuwa naenda vacation na marafiki wangu in coast. Sasa nikaanza kuambia rafiki yangu niko na boyfriend anaishi Wasini. Sasa hakuna boyfriend, I didn't have a boyfriend at that time. Hata sikuwa na boyfriend. Kama rafiki wangu badala ya kwenda Nyali, tuende wapi? Tuende Wasini because niko na boyfriend huko. Na kusema ukweli sikuwa na boyfriend huko. Lakini nilikuwa naona ilikuwa ya baba yangu, lakini kusema ukweli haikuwa yake. So it got to a point when I was contained in a cell because I was causing very many fracas. But now my friends were able to get me out. Hi guys, how are you? I hope you've been well and that God's grace has been carrying you. So I want to come here and purposefully thank each and every one of you who came through for me when I was in the ICU around around 2 or 3 weeks ago. Like, I want to come here and thank you so much guys for coming through for me and for all that you did for me. And I want to thank you so much for those who've DM'd me, for those who've called me, for those who've written WhatsApp text to me. I want to thank you for that and may God really bless you. Na kwenye ilitoka iongezeke. Mungu awabariki sana. Thank you so much, Lady Jacqueline. Thank you so much, Peter Kioi. Thank you so much, Hidde Gawachai. I want to thank you from the bottom part of my heart. Thank you so much. I know most of you are waiting to hear my side of the story, and I'm gonna give my side of the story, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. Shalaruko, I'm not even going to hide anything. I'm gonna tell you what happened in my next video. This video was to just come here and thank you for everyone who reached out, for everyone who supported me, for everyone who came through for me. Kumbe mnanipendanga. Mnanipenda. Now I'm gonna tell you what happened in the next video. This was a thank you video, so I'm gonna tell you what happened in the next video and what led me to being taken to the ICU. I'll tell you in the next video. In the meantime, thank you so much. Mungu abariki sana na aonekanie, and may God come through for me. Thank you so much guys. Asanteni sana. Hi guys, I trust you well. I know most of you have been waiting to hear my side of the story, and I'm gonna tell you what happened that led me to be admitted in the ICU. So this is what happened. If you were here last year, you can tell for a fact that I was on a manic episode the whole of last year. Normally, my mania lasts between 2 weeks to a month. But the whole of last year, I was in a manic episode. And nobody talks about the guilt, the shame, and the embarrassment that normally comes when you experience a manic episode. No one talks about the guilt, the shame. Cause now in mid-January is when like now my moods were going down. But instead of my mood stabilizing, they went down to the deep down depression. I would stay, like I would lock myself in the house. I was not getting out of the house. I was not showering. I was not cooking. I was not eating. I was not doing anything. It was a lot. It was a lot. Then I went through my video that I made last year, and I was asking myself, who is this person? Who is this person who was so angry, who was so bitter, who was embarrassing people, who was disrespect? They usually say that mental illnesses and spirituality, it's like we have there's a correlation between mental illnesses and what call it, and spirituality. So like I don't know. So when I went in those depressive episodes, like I could hear voices in my head, and the voices were, why don't you overdose on your medicine? Like those voices were getting louder and louder and louder. Each and every single day, it was like a fight. Have you ever fought with your own brain? Ama, has your own brain ever failed you? Because that's how it felt last year. So I could hear voices in my head saying, why don't you take this, why don't you overdose on this medicine? Why don't you overdose on this medicine and just like we call it quits and it's over? Because I could not deal with the shame, and I could not deal with the guilt, and I could not deal with the embarrassment that came, that like I could not, like I didn't know how to face people. Like I was, every single time, maybe like I would go in a shop, I was wondering, does this person know I was sick? Because you know, some will look at you and they look at you with like this kind of eyes. So I was embarrassed. The guilt was consuming me. And me one day, like I just woke up one day. I went to the shop, like I was going to buy something. Then someone called me cheesy freshie, and I was like, me miss your cheesy. And I'm like, when is cheesy? Nani ajue when menda wazimu and all those. So on top of feeling bad, now people who like maybe are not aware of mental illnesses will just throw words like cheesy menda wazimu around you. And this guy followed me, calling me cheesy menda wazimu. And I was like, me, I don't know how to deal with this shame. I don't know how to deal with this guilt. I don't know how to deal with this embarrassment. So I just came, I took all the medicine in my house, I removed them and put them in a bowl, and I overdosed them. And the reason as to why I overdosed is because I wanted out. I wanted out and gone. Because I was not in a position to deal with the shame and the guilt and the embarrassment that happened, especially that mainly happened, especially last year, the whole of last year. So that is what happened. I overdosed on my medicine, and that's not even a proud thing to say. I overdosed on my medicine, and lucky for me, my sister just came in time to take me into hospital. I was in the ICU for 3 days. By the I was in the ICU for 3 days. Yes, guys. So 3 days, and then I was in the ward for around 2 days. 2 days, yeah. So yeah, that is what happened. I am not, like, even right now, I'm not in a really good place. Like, I'm still having the guilt. I have managed to apologize to people that maybe I called out, but most people are like, hey, me, I don't want anything to do with you after all you said. Like after all you said on my, like on your TikTok, like I don't know, if you get sick again, you're going to like you're going to, like, I've tried apologizing to people, and especially my family, my parents, that's my mom and my dad, and my family on my dad's side, on my stepdad's side. But of course you'll see like people are gonna forgive you, but they're gonna, like, me, I'm gonna forgive you, but I love you at a distance. So I broke many bridges. Like what I did was not okay, but it was not in my control. It wasn't in my control. I wish it was in my control, but unfortunately, it wasn't in my control. It wasn't in my control. So for those who will understand, they'll understand. But for those who will not understand, that is okay, because at the end of the day, I can't keep on focusing on what happened when I was not in control. You guys get, like, I can't keep on dwelling on the past. Like, what happened, it happened. I can't change what happened. All I can do is maybe pray to God and make sure that I never go in that kind of a place, because it wasn't a good place at all. So for those who understand, I ask you for forgiveness, and for those who don't understand, it's still okay. Like, even me, if I was in the same position, maybe I could have not understood. So yeah, so that is what led me to being in the ICU. Even right now, like I still hear those voices in my head. Why don't you overdose? Why don't you overdose? Why don't you overdose? I'm still hearing those voices in my head. But I choose to be strong. I choose to walk with God, and I pray that I never get to that place ever again in my life. Yes, guys. So that is what happened. Yeah, and it's not a proud thing to say, but